Yeah, they import those from a US manufacturer and they distribute them across Australia. So it's got that. They've got an e-commerce store that sells those, and he's got a few other e-commerce businesses as well. So I think there's like a jewelry business he's running. Like every entrepreneur, got his finger in a million pies. Yeah, so he's got a few other gigs going as well. Way more. Way more. That's the entrepreneur's curse, is entrepreneurs are creators. And so they're just constantly creating. The actual way to create heaps and heaps of value is to just stick to one thing and have the patience to put all of your energy and all of your focus into that and scale up that one thing. And like, look at Elon Musk, even he can't fucking help himself. Like, he's just, over and over and over again, diving into new things and new projects because he thinks he can fix them. And like, yeah, good for him. That's great. But I mean, he doesn't seem to have much of a healthy family life or much of a well-adjusted lifestyle because he's running 4 companies at once. That's the same as me at the moment. Like, my girlfriend's kind of like overseas and we travel together, so we'll spend time when we're together. But apart from that, I'm just solely focused on the projects that I'm working on right now because I literally don't have the bandwidth for other things. By choice right now for me, temporarily by choice, but it's absolutely the curse of the entrepreneur. And I think that's entrepreneurship X some kind of neurodiversity, whether it's like ADHD or autism or whatever. But then what I know is like what I did with IT Genius is I basically had no side projects for 10 years and I just did that. And even now, if I really, really wanted to, I could spend more time just growing IT Genius. Like that deal that Scott's putting together with major telco in Australia at the moment for us to partner with them. I could have pulled together that deal if I wanted to spend all my time with IT Genius. I could be working on political affiliations. I could be working on partnerships. I could be going to business networking events and schmoozing people. That's just less fun for me right now. And what's more fun for me right now is growing YouTube channels. So I'm basically going to do what's fun for me. And I've got the luxury of a very talented CEO who's willing to grow the business. And if my skill is entrepreneurship, meaning birthing new ideas and scaling up early stage businesses, then why should I stick around in a more matured business? It's actually not my genius zone. There are other people who are better at scaling a more mature business. So yeah, there's that element as well, which is like, that's not my best work. And so my best work is to birth new ideas. And you can talk about seasons and chapters as well. I had my season of like scaling up IT Genius to where it is now. And now I'm in the TikTok generation calls it your era. Like that was my business era. Now it's more like exciting projects era. And some of them are business related, some of them make money, some of them don't, some of them might make money. That's fine, I don't care. Like I've done the making money era. I won that game, great, got the cash machine set up. So now basically next era is more focus on impact, creativity, genius zone, not spending a minute doing a thing that I don't enjoy doing or want to do. Okay, sure, I'll do hard things. I'll go work out and blah, 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 but what I mean is like just focusing on projects that bring me enjoyment and that I want to do. I think what's most important is activity in general, because like if I was just sitting on the beach every day, and I did that for like months, like time, I tried that out, not really great for mental cognition. Old people die because they stop working and they stop doing things and they decline really rapidly because they're not using their brain and whatnot. But also, I think the routine is healthy as well, particularly when it includes looking after my body, looking after my health. That's really helpful. But there are so many other areas of life to me that are engaging and fulfilling on a personal level outside of building a business and generating income. Because primarily building a business is an occupation, and so therefore the result is you generate money to feed yourself, feed your family. Well, all right, I've won that game, great. So what's next? Only in the sense that I have all the money I need. I have a recurring revenue business that's going to continue to pay dividends. Unless people stop using email or I fuck something up really bad, it's probably not going to go away. So that's pretty sorted. And if someone was to buy it, I'd have enough money that I could live on pretty much for life. I'd have to live a pretty modest life for where it is right now, but give it another 5 or 10 years, multiple tens of millions lifetime at payout. So that's a wonderful place to be because I tick the fucking box of like life goals. Yeah, awesome. But it's also a really challenging place because I have to ask myself, what do I strive for next? And I spent like 18 months in that zone of like, all right, I'll go real gentle with myself and let myself work that out without too much pressure, without being a entrepreneur addict who must have the next project. What I worked out was service to others, contribution, community and social impact, and doing things that I'm good at, which in the entrepreneurship space is building teams, scaling companies, creating systems, mentoring, advising, consulting. Fucking love it. I'll do that all day, every day. I was doing that for free with my mates while I was in this kind of like drifter, no business responsibility mode. And of course, all my other values, friends, family, connection, adventure, the other things that I enjoy. But that basically just now how I've positioned myself. Like I'm mentoring entrepreneurs. I'm doing that one day a week. It's really great. Someone comes to me and says, hey, I want mentorship. Cool. I have this program for you. Come and check that out. I'm involved in a number of additional businesses because I have the time. IT Genius needs half an hour to an hour a week from me, and that's it. So I've got more time to work on other projects. And so I didn't really want to jump into any startups or growing any other businesses, but where there's a really, 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 really compelling offer, like I can't help myself, right? When there's a really compelling offer, I can't say no. So I'm involved in a friend's automotive business and we're helping scale that. And then I've got like chasing the dream projects, which are producing content. That's always been like one of my creative muscles I've wanted to flex, producing content. And so the automotive channel that we're launching is basically me having the opportunity to produce what is effectively a show. I mean, it's a web show, but it's a show, and basically run a production. And am I finding how much I enjoy that? It's terrifying, it's new, and it might fail, and it feels like a startup, and it's really weird to have like all the resources that I need, but still be terrified. Because usually people are like, oh, I might run out of money. Money's no issue. Money's no issue here at all. We've got plenty of money. Doesn't even need that much money. But what's terrifying is like, it might fail. There might be reputation damage. I might let other people down. I might let sponsors down who might not want to do business with me. Like there's all these other risks in the project. So it's exciting, thrilling to go and chase a dream, but also kind of terrifying. But that's how I like wake up in the morning and I don't shoot myself, because like I've got stuff to do that I love. Otherwise, if I had nothing to do and nothing to interest me, I think I'd be in a pretty bad place. I think most people would be in a bad place. For many people, wake up and survive is their reality. I need to go to work to make money, to put a roof over my head and to buy groceries and stuff like that. It's a different reality than that for me. I've got a very, very, very privileged reality that I've built for myself that, on Maslow's fucking pyramid, I've got this self-actualization of like, what is the highest expression of Peter that I get to go and chase? Well, that's a pretty awesome place to be. Very privileged position. But isn't that what everyone dreams about? I think that's what everyone dreams about. Like get out of hustle mode and get out of survival mode and get to a place of comfort, and then I'll chase my dream. And if you think about like the boomers and the Gen Xers, how much of their life was like, I'll work hard now so I can retire well, and then maybe I'll, I don't know, if I can write that book or go see that country or whatever. That's that whole paradigm. But I'm a millennial. My millennial brain and my millennial soul says, I deserve to have freedom, and I deserve to have the life of my dreams, and I deserve to have all my dreams come true. That's just what I'm doing. That might be like a millennial narcissistic level of self-importance. I'm sure some with different value sets might say, oh, you're not doing enough for other people, blah, 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 blah. People get a bit, triggered about the level of which I do things for me. But I'm just living out the millennial dream, bro. Is this what we were meant to have?